Home Office Deduction Basic Rules. Federal Tax Deductions for Content Creators, Segment 2, Home Office Deduction Basics. This video is part of a multi-segment series that breaks down federal tax deductions for self-employed content creators earning income from platforms like YouTube and the Amazon Influencer Program. A complete list of all segments, along with links to each one, can be found in the video description, allowing you to watch the full series in order or jump directly to specific topics. Before we begin, please note that this content is provided for informational and educational purposes only. While this material is based on detailed research and current tax guidelines, it is not intended to replace professional tax, legal, or financial advice. Tax laws can change, and individual situations vary. You are responsible for verifying information and consulting with a qualified professional regarding your own circumstances. Now let's talk about the home office deduction. The home office deduction is one of the most valuable deductions available to self-employed content creators, but it's also one of the most misunderstood. To qualify, the IRS requires that the space be used exclusively and regularly for business. Exclusive use means the space is used only for business activities. There can be no personal use at all. A dedicated room used only for editing, uploading, filming, planning content, handling emails, or managing your business can qualify. However, spaces like living rooms, kitchens, bedrooms, dining areas, or shared spaces do not qualify if they are also used personally, even if you work there frequently. This is where many creators get confused. If you occasionally film in your living room or backyard, that does not disqualify your home office. But those areas themselves cannot be counted as home office space. Only the space that meets the exclusive use rule qualifies. The second requirement is regular use. This means the space is used consistently as part of your business, not just once in a while. For most content creators, this requirement is easy to meet. If you work from the same space week after week, editing videos, uploading content, managing accounts, or handling administrative tasks, that is considered regular use. The home office must also be your principal place of business. This does not mean you can never work anywhere else. It means that your home office is where your most important business activities take place, or where you spend the most time working. For content creators, this usually includes editing, uploading, planning content, managing income, and handling communication. Even if you occasionally travel to film on location, your home office can still qualify as your principal place of business if it serves as the operational center of your work. In fact, because most creators do not meet clients in person and do not have a separate commercial office, the home office often clearly qualifies under IRS rules. It's also important to understand what does not qualify. Shared spaces, multipurpose rooms, or areas used for personal living do not meet the exclusive use test. The IRS does not allow partial exclusivity. There is one important exception worth mentioning. If you use a separate structure on your property, such as a detached garage, shed, or outbuilding, and that structure is used exclusively and regularly for business, it may qualify as a home office even if it is not attached to your main residence. What matters is not the location, but how the space is used. The IRS is not looking to deny reasonable deductions. They are looking for clarity and consistency. A clearly defined space, set up for work, used consistently for business, and not used personally, is exactly what the home office deduction was designed for. Be sure to join us next time as we break down how the home office deduction is calculated, including the regular method and the simplified method, and how to decide which one works best for you.